Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Idea Studio, where we look at life in Bangkok through the lens of design. I'm Dana.
I'm Jib.
This is our weekly live stream live from Bangkok, here in the beautiful neighborhood of Bangkok. And how are you guys doing today? Let's run to the chat. I know we're a few minutes behind schedule. I was having coffee issues. My filter was a little clogged up. It's actually still decanting. It's not even ready. Going crazy. Soy Mafia, what's going on? 28 Zombie February? What? Hey, yo, Mojo. What's up, man? Vibing. The Craig, 777. Maganj, my man. What's going on, bro? Greg took a Thai cooking class the other day.
Okay,
Yeah.
teach by Thai?
Yeah, up in Chiang Mai.
Okay, good.
Hyun, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, back in Koh Klan. Nice. Enjoying some fresh air, I hope. Gorilla, hey, what's up? Hey, Ben, what's going on, man? How's New York? E.T. Travel Freely, how's things? Thank you. Maurice Wingfield, brother, how are you doing? Hope you got those greens figured out. Man, so what a week going on this past week. First, of course, as you guys know, we always do start with our daily numbers. And so we do want to run that down. It's a doozy today. So, new cases today in Thailand. Reported cases. I'll be very clear, new reported cases. 22,197, the highest it has ever been. There's a new record, yes. Yesterday was a new record. Today is a new record.
Next month we'll break another record.
So, we'll talk about one of the announcements that came out yesterday as well. And then recoveries, though, 19,093. So recoveries were still very good. 45 fatalities. So quite a bit of new reported cases. And to go along with that, the government has ended day 5 test for test and go. So day 5 test has ended. However, we saw our friend John Po on the Go, who was supposed to be arriving in Thailand today. He tested positive for his pre-flight PCR test and couldn't board. So he's not here. He's back home now. And we have friends from Singapore who are in London who tested positive for their pre-flight PCR test and are now stuck in London for an additional 5 days at least. What's that? Found the watermelon? What? Watermelon? Oh, watermelon's good this time of year.
No, I think she mean the
Tangmo,
actress
the
who
girl.
fall.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about, did they find her?
Yes,
Oh,
body.
they found the body?
Yes,
So,
many days ago.
So,
and it's on like news every
well, I stopped
time.
following that story because when they didn't find her the first day, I knew the outcome.
Yeah, I know.
So there's an actress, her nickname was Tangmo. Tangmo means watermelon. And oddly enough, if you meet a Thai girl with the name Watermelon or Tangmo, she generally has large boobs. Just an observation I've made over the years. Nickname Apple, petite body. Nickname Tangmo, voluptuous. Is that accurate?
No.
Just my observation. Very small data set. But
It depends where you went. So I assume you went to the red light district.
I did not. It was just from university data set. Yeah, I would be, if you've had a lot of exposure, I would be worried, Gorilla. Just, play it safe for your 5-day.
Got some 20.
Oh, Joe, thank you for the coffee, brother. Much appreciated. And Jim having, and Jam and everyone here. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, Biden just said so? Well, must be true then, right there, Craig? Who's going to get a negative as the virus is living in the air? Just have to live with it. Yeah, however, unfortunately, that's not the way that testing is and government regulations are working. I'm going to quarantine before my trip in May. That's smart, Osito. Would hate to have to lose Singapore.
Whoa, business class.
Yeah. As would I.
Yeah. That
Thank
would
you for
be.
the super chat.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's not popped yet,
oh,
I guess.
Here, it just popped in the same thing. That's what it is.
So it's like
Yeah.
it would be bad if you book for like
And thank
expensive
you-
flight and then positive cannot take it.
Yeah, and thank you very much for the super chat, Osito. And yes, I would hate to lose a
Oh.
Singapore Air business class trip. Singapore Air
Only
is
pop up now.
yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
But yeah, Singapore Air is beautiful, and good food and everything, especially business class on them. So yeah, I would definitely hate that. And again, like I understand, like a lot of people say we have to live with it. Unfortunately, that's just not the case.
Well,
if you have to fly,
yeah,
if you have to travel,
It like you can live with it if like okay you feel sick you just stay home, try not to contact other people, and
Yeah.
like when you feel better okay you go out again. That's fine for me if
Yeah.
they change all the thing to be like that. But like if you test positive you maybe cannot go to work
yeah,
and like cannot fly. And like what if you already booked, this is bad. Or like you, let's say for just domestic flight and you book hotel, you pay for a plane, and then you cannot go. This is not
yeah.
normal yet.
There's a large suck factor involved right now if you were to test positive and you're trying to travel. Jib has graduation coming up, and she has to not
Should I cover myself with
hit bubble wrap.
plastic bag?
Get your own air ventilator. Fact check true. Melons.
Really?
Yeah. He has a large data
Really?
set. Much larger data set than me.
Or maybe they change their name later.
Maybe.
So maybe that's not given name, not given nickname. They change it because they know they have
If he
it.
has a larger data set than me, I mean, I believe in
Okay,
data.
okay.
Also isolated myself with expedition and go, yeah. Again, I would do the same, and I just like I feel bad for John who couldn't make the trip now. He's devastated, but hopefully he'll be able to figure it out next month and maybe be here for Sungron, which will probably be canceled. And we'll talk about that in a bit. So let's talk about Tangmo really quick. For those of you guys who don't know, she's an actress
Yes,
and TV actress.
mostly.
Yeah, like Khon actress.
Yeah, ละคร
And which is like a soap opera actress for you guys who don't know Khon's. And
model.
eh,
I saw her
as-
in many like
as
Thai
most
style, Thai
actresses are.
traditional dress. Very beautiful.
So she was out on a speedboat on the Chao Phraya, drinking with some friends, maybe doing some other recreational substances, unknown at this time, as far as I know. And the story is that she decided it would be a good idea to pee off the back of the boat.
That's
And-
what.
Well, this is the story. This is the story. We're not going to say fact or not because there are some questions
This
regarding
is what
this.
5 people said.
Yeah. So, well, there was also some inconsistency, is what the police said, correct? So, but anyway, so she decided she was going to pee off the back of the boat, fell off, and disappeared, or no one noticed that she fell off. Now, fell into the river. They didn't find her for days and days, so we kind of knew the outcome while they were looking for her. Tragic, for sure, but apparently now there's some potential foul play involved, Jib.
What's that mean?
Like they suspect it may be murder.
Maybe, or like didn't help people when they get accident.
Oh.
We have the charge of that. Like
The negligence.
if like we ride together and we crash, and you just leave me
Oh.
on the road, like you get up and you just ride and leave me, and I date
It's called
later.
negligence.
So
Negligence,
that will be the same thing. That's
Yeah.
what they at least they can charge them
Okay.
for that. So the thing is, for Thai community, we have like a big discussion and argument about how can she gonna pee at the end of the boat, because the boat has a toilet in it.
That's one good question.
Yes, and then they said, the boat owner said, this is from what they said, not really like anything that's the fact, because from what they said. Okay, so he said the toilet not work. It's like so people comment how can it's not work because you really like just pee to the water under your boat. So he said, oh, it's like many stuff in it, like maybe they use it as a storage.
It's full, yeah.
Which is like, if you have to pee, you just bring the stuff out when you run to pee. Or where they were, it's like many pier that they can just like go there and ask for toilet, no problem. So, and what her friend described how she pee is like, how can? Like, it's almost impossible unless there's other like thing that we don't know. Like, and like for me, I'm not gonna do that. Like, 3 guys in the boat and 2 of my friends, like the girl, and then even girl, I'm not gonna pee in front of her. Like, that's not make sense for me.
It's a bit odd, but again, it is one of the things that that they're still trying to figure out. Wasn't she also wearing a one-piece jumper?
We call bodysuit.
Yeah.
So it's like a swimwear,
Yeah.
just one piece. Like wear from bottom to top.
Yeah.
And it's still on her when they found her. And how can she pee with that?
E.T. Travel Freely says 3 jobs, borders still closed for her.
Oh.
I saw, if you guys...
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you, E.T.? Are you in maybe Laos? I think the border's still closed.
If you cross like border, like a land border,
Yeah.
yes, they still close. But if you fly, yeah, you
If you-
can come in.
If you guys know the channel Landmark and Nanmark, or Nanmark and Landmark,
Landmark and Landmark, I think.
the Thai girl
Yeah.
and the Dutch guy, great fun channel. They were recently their last video. They were driving along the Mekong up in Isan, and she was yelling out. Nan was yelling out to the guys on the boats, asking about like, can you go to the other side of the river? And they said no. They're afraid of COVID coming in from Thailand.
Well, think about like we have more population.
Yeah, twice
We have
the
more.
population.
We have
right?
more like contact of our people and foreigners. So
Yeah.
they
Makes total sense.
if they're safe there, let them there. Like don't touch them because we can bring disease to them.
Yeah, so I understand why they would close the border for sure. Toby says, my mother and father just tested positive. Oh, in Jorge, stay home for 10 days. Hopefully it's mild case, so they fully vaxxed, Toby?
Do they have underlying disease?
Yeah, any underlying issues, or
Yeah.
hopefully they're healthy and it's just a matter of 10-day kind of wait. Andrew says, great video on the fair. Thank you very much, Andrew. I'd love to see it coming next year. Nice.
Come next year, maybe they change a new show.
Yeah, probably just.
But all beautiful dress. They're like,
Yeah.
I would like to wear it.
So yeah, we'll actually talk about Jib was just at the Khon Museum in Bangkok, checking out some of the masks and the outfits.
Yes, you can see a photo at the Facebook page made by Jib.
Yeah, and we'll put
So
up some on the
I
community tab as well. I'll
posted-
pick a few and put up.
Yeah, it's like hundreds of photos, so you should pick like which one you like. It's too many, I cannot choose for you.
Yeah.
And he said he likes rice with the fried chicken. Come on, gai thaw. So it's like it's not just steamed rice; it's steamed rice with the chicken fat. That's
Yeah.
why it's tasty.
Oh, Roy.
Chai.
Oh yeah, so this is a valid thing. Keelan says when he was on the voyaging canoe, they had man overboard drills. Say that once you're overboard, even on a sailing vessel, the canoe was a football field away after I came to the surface. Yeah, for sure. Boats travel quick. And so imagine a speedboat on the river. By the time they turn around, they might not even know where she is.
But the thing is, she grabbed her friend leg,
I don't, but she
and when
still,
she fall, like, so
yeah, but
I
they
don't
still would have
know.
to slow down, turn around,
Yeah,
come back.
but the thing is, so you guys can try to think about it. Like, if you like accidentally fall from the speedboat, fall in it. If you like, she can swim. Her mother said she can swim, but okay, maybe other piece of dress kind of heavy, make it not easy to swim. But can you just float for a couple minutes?
Maybe not, because the Chao Phraya is very fast moving.
Ah,
So,
okay.
like in that area, in Bangkok, the Chao Phraya is very, very fast moving.
Okay.
So you would have to be an exceptionally strong swimmer.
Not just like float, not swim, just like
even to float, because of
Really?
how fast moving it is, and there's debris. Also, if she was intoxicated and fell off, she may have had her senses knocked out of her when she hit the water going fast.
okay.
It's not like you fall in the pool and have to float.
Okay.
There's a very fast moving current. She was moving fast on the speedboat,
Oh.
fell off. High speed impacts on water are very painful and very hard.
The one thing, if you're gonna pee, will you tell your friend to slow down? Like think about even you sit in a car and you're gonna pee to the bottle, you tell a friend, drive slow, I'll pee in a bottle.
I probably, on the speedboat, would just clear the stuff out of the bathroom. No need to pee into the Chao Phraya, although it would probably help. But yeah, for sure, like they're being being able to swim doesn't mean you can swim in that type of fast moving water.
Okay.
And also it doesn't mean that you understand how to swim in a situation like that where there's a very fast current. So it's the
Even
same
just
like
I'm just thinking about like just okay, float to the surface just a little bit, like just can breathe. That's all.
possibly not. Possibly not.
Oh,
Yeah, so quite dangerous.
wow.
Like I said, especially like being unfamiliar with swimming in fast moving water,
Yeah.
being intoxicated, having fallen off a fast moving vessel, all issues
Yeah.
that complicate it. So
Okay.
all very, very likely that they just could not find her. Yeah, Gorilla says, my Thai friend told me yesterday that apparently they didn't help, which is as bad as murder. I'm not sure the severity of the law for negligence in Thailand, Gorilla, but possible. I mean, I believe that negligence does carry a fairly serious charge.
Because they
penalty
didn't like
there.
kind of give like important information like where she really fall or
Yeah.
where they were, and then they just left the scene,
Yeah,
like not wait for like
rescue.
rescue came. They didn't give information right away, so it's like people say it's about an hour before they tell who fell off the boat. First they didn't say who, and like many information missing and take too long to get it. And when police come, I guess like somehow they just like disappear from that area.
Yeah,
Go back
I
to
don't
the
know all
dock.
the details, but yeah, complicated. Hey, John Poe, how you doing, my friend? We were just talking about
How are
about
you?
you. Yeah, hope you're feeling okay, brother. ET's in Malaysia. Nice.
Oh, Malaysia. So
My home away from home.
cannot come here because maybe they control people not to go out. It doesn't mean like Thai not take them, but they like Malaysian cannot go out. Hey, but is that Dee and her husband? Who's that?
Who?
Jack.
Jack, yeah.
Jack and Dee
Yeah,
went to America, right? And how can they go out?
Flew. She wants to drive over.
Oh, drive over or cannot.
Also, you live Tan Hong, Phuket, okay, town.
Done.
So it must be border town. You know, I've been to Malaysia like
Drive over, no.
40, 50 times
Fly.
for
Take
work.
flight.
I used to work in KL, ET, but I've never been to those border towns. Like I've been to KL, Johor Bahru,
Penang,
Penang,
KK.
KK, and Sarawak, but never to any of those border areas.
I crossed border before.
Did you? Outside when you were a kid, right?
Yes, like dad drive from Bangkok to meet his friend in the south, and like his daughter sit with us in the car. It's like fun trip, but long day.
Greg said he saw the debate started in a lab or market is back in. I saw that there was some new research on origin. I haven't read into it, so I don't want to comment. I've pulled the papers down off the server, so I do want to read them. But yeah, I don't want to make comment until I like at least examine the data sets.
What is that?
There was two new origin studies on COVID,
Oh.
like to determine like origin
Oh.
and when it crossed species. but I haven't read them yet, so I don't know the
Ooh,
data.
okay.
But I have seen people are debating it again. Because I know it's different, but we use the toilet in the back. We had a harness, and the rule was one hand for you and one hand for the canoe. With precautions, we did have a couple of people fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, there's no head on a canoe though, right? Keon, like you have really no choice, especially on long voyages across the ocean. It's also, I would imagine, for the most part, obviously the ocean can get quite rough, but I would imagine for the most part it's pretty smooth, Keon, right? And you're just like you're going when there's a smooth section of canoeing, not like speeding through a river. 7072 2x5s are no symptoms. Nice. That's good, Toby.
Okay.
So hopefully it just continues that way, and in 10 days they're like, hey, we're fine.
Yeah.
Going for lunch.
Easy day for 10 days. Stay home, Netflix.
Osito said, I thought she maybe have hit her head on the boat and knocked her out as she fell back. I think, very likely, I think she probably could have also been knocked out when she hit the water if they were going very fast. A high-speed impact on water is quite violent, quite hard. And I know people who are knocked out jumping into water from a static jump, just hitting wrong. So, very possible, even just hit and be disoriented and then pulled under. All possible, Osito, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is true also. Fresh water is harder to float than salt water.
ใช่ใช่
Chop seeing ahead at night and is about 8 inches above the water. Yeah, next to impossible. Ah, man, heartbroken. Still no symptoms. Doctor thinks it was a matter of being exposed. Doesn't feel I have. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully next time next time stay isolated. I bet you it was at Chicago Pizza. No, hopefully next time it's just smooth sailing though, John. Hopefully you can get it like rebooked within like a short period. Hey Dave, what's going on, man? How's things up in Surin? You should visit me, and I can take you around all over Malaysia and the places that I worked before. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to those border towns. At some point in the future, I plan to drive the entirety of Route 4, which is Thailand's longest road, and it goes all the way from Bangkok to the border with Malaysia at the checkpoint. And so that is a future plan. Maybe I'll cross then. That would be cool. If it's possible to cross then.
You have to have your passport with you.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to travel with my passport.
Yeah.
But as long as I have a re-entry, it's fine. I don't even have a re-entry right now. I didn't get one.
You didn't go out for 2 years.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't get one. I was like, no big deal.
Yeah.
Like I used to always get the multi-entry, which is like 5,000 baht. The multi-entry
3 or
permit.
5, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not crazy expensive, but like a single entry is like I think 1,100 or 1,200. So I would always just buy the multi, and I would always travel more than it took, and also you don't have to go back to immigration to get a new one every time, which just doesn't make sense. So the time involved to actually go out and get it is a bit crazy. But if you just get the multi, you're good to go. And I used to travel, like I said, sometimes every week I'd be taking an international flight. So it made a lot of sense, from a time and financial perspective. But yeah, I haven't had a re-entry in 2 years because just no need. But yeah, I would love to be just like pop over the border, especially when we do that Route 4 trip. That'd be fun. Yeah, John says he didn't lose much money, which is great. Which is a plus. Doctor wants 10 days of isolation. Nice. Yeah, if you get over next month, possible Sangran, but let's talk about this because the CSSA or something. I always forget this. CCSA. I always forget this acronym. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Like my favorite government bureau right now, CCSA. They're saying that they may cancel Sangram because they believe cases could spike up to 100,000 per day
because
reported.
People will drink and hang out, grouping, and
So
think about the same village. you go in every house. Like if just one person infected, like come back home from Bangkok, go visit every house, eat with every house, like a 1 or 2 bites and drink, and then of course you're not gonna have like a disposable cup for everyone. So normally we have like glass, right? And like you come, you drink, they may not clean it before next person drink it. So that's how it's transmitted.
And let's be clear, it's not the drinking that's the issue. It's all the lowered inhibition and activities that go along
Because
with it.
we share the glass.
So let's just be clear. But yes, that is one of the things. There we go. No, not really. Been through 40-foot swells. The voyage was on from Tahiti to Cook Islands, which took a month. But island hopping, Hawaii, Tahiti, fully open ocean is about 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so 40-foot swells is crazy in a canoe. But I mean, luckily that's not every day, right? I don't have to blank you out on my screen now that you have your beard back. It's getting there. Jibs sent me a photo the other day where my beard was like really, really long. I was like, oh, I missed that beard. That would be good.
You didn't see the photo I sent you yesterday?
Yeah, she sent me another one of me with no beard, like the day I shaved it. I didn't like that one so much. So I've come a long way. It's getting there. Getting back to where it should be. Here we say you can exit at Dong Sak and head down to Penang all the way to Kuala Lumpur, Johor, over to Singapore and head up to the east coast to Penang all the way. Yeah, no, I've always wanted to do the train as well, like be able to like take the train from Bangkok and switch at the border. And I love traveling by train. Jim hates it though.
It takes time.
She doesn't like. I think you don't mind the short day trips on the train, but you don't like those overnights that I like to do.
Can do, but why I have to sleep in a hard bed?
It's not that hard. It's not super comfortable, but it's not that hard. It's not our memory foam, but it's not that hard.
Huh.
You gotta do it. Yeah, like I think, like I said, if the cases keep spiking, but like I said today, our recovery numbers were 19,000, almost 19,100, despite a 22,000 new infections. So. Like, that's an important ratio to keep in mind. Yes, the new cases are very high, but our recoveries are also very high. And I think that's an important ratio to keep an eye out for that. Yes, we are getting a high rate of contraction, but we are also getting a high rate of recovery. So, it's a silver lining to that dark cloud. Wait, what is this? No more ladyboy looking day. Yeah, when I have no beard. So we haven't committed to the Brazilian yet. Come on, guys. Just got a multi extension, 3,800 baht, and Sriracha 1,900 baht for the extension, not multi. Okay. Also, it's 38 for multi, 19. Thank you, Toby. So 38 for. Well, the single is.
Oh.
Is 19?
Wow.
Ooh, that's pricier than I thought. So yeah, the multi makes a lot of sense at those prices.
Maybe they change the price.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I haven't had to leave for years and years, so
2?
Yeah.
I think
2 years I haven't left. I'm kind of like
the end of 19 and then like
I miss it a little. I miss international travel a little bit, but not really. It's like I'm really happy to just be here in Thailand and not have to go to the airport, not have to fight through the lines, not have to go through immigration every week. Like, I don't mind that at all. And, you know, the funniest thing is I used to fly out of Dam Myung all the time on Air Asia, especially like flying down to Malaysia, flying to Indonesia, Philippines. And every now and then, usually the Air Asia gate's okay, but every now and then you get like, you see that low number gate and you know you're going down to the basement to exit onto the tarmac. There's no aircon. It's like 700% capacity with people.
Yeah. Not that bad.
It's bad. I sent you photos before. It's bad.
I went there before, like one time.
It's no aircon. It's humid. The tarmac's just like boiling hot.
You always complain about humidity. We're in tropical country.
This is true. This is true. But but I mean, it's just it's getting trapped down there, and the fact that there's no aircon. At least when you're up on the gates in the 20s, it's like okay, it's not bad. It's nice. Okay. Sorry, E.T. Let's settle for yam gullick. No hat yai tasty fried chicken for you.
โอ้ไข่ทอดหัดใหญ่
Joe wants to know beard or no beard.
beard
Beard for sure. Jib's a real woman. Loves a beard.
but not long.
Joe, renewed member.
Maybe another month, I
10
guess.
months now. 10 months.
Ooh.
Joe's one of the OGs, like the first member. So he's 10 months now. Nice. My man. Yeah, guys, you can, the Brazilian needs to start a GoFund for Dana. Oh, Dry, I don't know. He said your comment doesn't come up, but it says, needs to start a fund for me, for the Brazilian.
No.
Hey guys, if you enjoy the channel, feel free to check out the membership. We've got the Discord, private Discord channel for members. And we do some other stuff as well. We put some member posts out in the community tab, and I'm backlogged on my digital wallpapers. I got some digital wallpapers to post up for the channel members. You guys will dig it. So does Jim and Jam own pajamas? I don't know. Do you guys own pajamas?
Not really. We just wear
We
like
have that
Jam
one
wear
piece.
like a t-shirt and like a kind of like sweatpants to sleep.
And you own that one piece thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a silk satin.
Yeah. That's like Jim's favorite.
Soft and smooth.
Happen about 20% of the time caused by 20%, 40 foot. Ooh,
What is that?
40 foot like waves.
No.
And they're in a canoe.
No.
In the ocean.
Mine. Mine.
So wild.
Ah, scary.
Of the chicken from the Hat Yai chicken from the East Coast, tasty but not spicy.
ใช่
When I was in Hat Yai, you saw all the time. Hey, Mojo, thank you for the super
Thank
chat,
you.
brother. Brazilian for Dana.
No, Joe, no. Too much work. It can be like 2 days.
We're going to be talking thousands and thousands if it's going to be like live stream Brazilian.
I know. You're not gonna look good. Do you really want to see him naked?
Not naked. I'd have to wear a sock.
Okay, and you can wear glasses, right? So
Yeah.
okay.
Actually, so one of the things I forget who. I think it was Ben posted on Instagram about like hide the women's nipples with man's nipples. So man nipples are okay. Women
Yeah.
nipples are not okay on like a photo.
Okay.
So like if you have a topless woman,
Yeah.
it'll get censored.
Uh-huh.
But a topless man, fine.
Okay.
It's just so like take a pair of male nipples and like copy paste them over female nipples. Makes it perfectly legal.
Funny.
But yeah, actually that Hat Yai chicken, when I was in Hat Yai, like there's more chicken chops than I thought were possible.
Oh, because it's
And they all look good, they all
Yes.
smell good. Yeah.
if they're not good, they cannot stay long in the business.
Even that's true in Bangkok, but like in Hat Yai, it's just like
More competitor.
Yeah, and like people are lined up for the shops.
Yeah.
Like pretty wild.
Ooh.
But yeah, they do look
Okay,
good.
maybe I have fried chicken for lunch. Nah,
The
just go
Poe.
to 7-Eleven.
See where it's detected, but no symptoms. Yeah.
Ah.
Well, at least no symptoms, brother. Glad for that.
So actually maybe most of us have it already, but
Yeah.
we don't have symptoms, so we never check. So it can be like he sneezed a couple times, like just sneeze, or I feel like okay, a bit weak today and tomorrow I'm fine, so never check. That's why we never know.
Nice. Yeah, Osito likes the train travel videos. I do, however, like I think it's been done to death that like the Chiang Mai overnight train videos. Like I haven't seen any of that in like years that I thought were like really good or original. Like there's someone did one like a few years ago that was like really cool, and they showed like all the different cars, not just like the sleeper and everything. And I think that's really cool. Like if you see like all different parts of the train. I always wanted to do like one of the longer trips in the U.S., like Chicago to California, where you go through like Montana and stuff on the train. It's like 3 or 4 days.
No.
And it's actually probably not even close to as nice as the Thailand trains. Not even close.
Huh.
Train travel in America is pretty rough.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Then why, like a Thai complain about Thai train if like in US it's not like
They don't know better. They don't know. Even the old trains here, I think, are nicer than the U.S. trains.
You should try. I
Not
don't know. I don't know if they still have
Not the
it.
toilets, but the sleepers. The toilets are
So
rough.
no, the new one is like with the proper toilet like airplane because they have to change it to the closed system because they have to come through Bang
Yeah.
Sue station, the big hub one.
When we took the Lopburi train, they would announce like, don't use the bathroom at the stop
Yeah.
because
It will go that
it
way.
will go directly to the train.
Yeah. So I remember my friend, she's like from the south. She said like when she was young, she remember like mom told her like not to walk under the train bridge when it passed
Yeah.
because something might fall to your head. It's like how?
I saw something on YouTube not that long ago about a band. I forget who the band was that got sued in Chicago actually because their bus driver unloaded their toilet tank on a bridge from their
Yay.
tour bus.
I thought they might have the place that you unloaded.
There usually is, but somehow I don't know if he did it purposely or it was an accident, but they emptied out all of their waste onto
Well,
a bridge.
to empty out is not going to be an accident.
Well, who knows? There could have been a malfunction. But yeah, I love train videos as well. I love like taking the train. I love traveling by train.
You can enjoy it. I'll wait you here.
That's fine. But yeah, I think like it's unfortunate that like especially the Chiang Mai overnight train, we see so many of like those copycat videos, like that are just like the same thing over and over and over again. For the train rides from Kedah to Singapore, no East Coast. That's facing the South China Sea, nice and serene. Oh, nice, nice. I do like some scenery. The Brazilian Joe. They say Patty's videos,
Suphanburi,
look beautiful,
Dingbury.
incredibly giant outdoor Buddhas. Might be a nice day trip for you too. We did I think we have been planning some potential videos that are a lot more potential videos for day trips that we've been talking about for like where we can go for one day on the train from Bangkok. So that's one thing that we are thinking about. We'll wait and see how Jibs' school situation unfolds next month and see what our schedule will look like if we can start to get away for like a single day. Actually, talking about that, I went on a motorbike trip with Adam, the man behind Retired Working For You, Chris's nephew. We had planned to film 2 videos last week, on the weekend actually. So we went down to Phetchaburi, and I was going to film 2 videos, one at a dam, and one we were going to ride out on this dirt road out to the Myanmar border to a waterfall. And we got to the dam, and a lot of the things at the dam were closed, and I just sort of said, there's a lot of, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I'm really enjoying being here, but there's not enough, like, to really make a compelling video about the dam because of how much of the area was closed off. So I left the cameras in the bag and we just hung out and enjoyed ourselves. And then we tried to go to the road where we're going to film going down this dirt path for 69 kilometers through the national park out to this waterfall and on a dirt road. And we got there and they were like, no motorbikes on the road. So we just stayed. What's this? Oh yeah, I saw that, John, about Cain Velasquez. Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing yet. So we were gonna take that the dirt road out, and they were like no motorbike. So we said, okay, no problem, and we just turned around and we rode through the mountains for a couple hours, and we ended up at this little cafe on the reservoir, and it was beautiful, and we hung out there, had a coffee, and then drove back to Bangkok. I mean, it was just like a really kind of fun, good day on the bikes. It was beautiful, and like I said, I just kind of enjoyed leaving the cameras on the bike. But one thing, I had rigged up a whole external gas tank for this ride out into the
Did you use
into the
it?
jungle. And I ended up using I filled it in anticipation of going on this ride, and then we couldn't go on the ride, so I just at the next fill up, instead of paying more, I just put that gas back into my tank.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was again amazing day, and I think Adam and I are going to do some more rides, so we'll see what happens.
Enjoy.
But yeah,
So you find your body.
I told Adam I'm going to teach him how to ride a manual because he can't right now. So I told him come by one day and I'll show him the basics.
Okay, so it's better for long ride, right?
Yeah, for sure. Than driving an automatic. Because especially like when we're going up and down the mountains, like he can't engine brake coming down, and so he's always like playing with the brakes. So I would much rather, would much rather him not have to face potentially burning his brakes out. I made a short vid for the bag that I talked about, 50-year-old and survival. It looks great. Oh, nice. All right, I'll go check it out on your channel later. Awesome. No! So I think they're naked. You can clean up the oil in Gulf of Thailand with all that hair. Yeah, actually, that was a crazy video you sent me, Greg, with the hair mats. So there's this volunteer organization in the U.S. They take donated hair and they weave it into mats, and then they use that to absorb oil.
Oh.
Yeah.
They can use mine.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then they if there's an oil spill, they just start dropping it in. Yeah.
So I can do something good, then I'll just cut it.
Just chop it off.
Yeah.
Can.
I don't mind because it will grow back.
Yeah, but can you chop it off for school? It has to be long.
Not too short.
You have to have a bun, right?
Yeah, but with this, I can make like a short ponytail and wear the bun, no problem.
Hey, what's going on, Tasabi? Sorry if I mispronounced that. Tasib, maybe? A baby sock. Depends on how cold I have the aircon, Joe. I might need one of those knee highs. Yeah, Cain Velasquez book. I saw. Excuse me. I saw that over a shooting, attempted murder over shooting. You guys who don't know, Cain Velasquez is a former UFC heavyweight champion.
So he heavyweight champion. He just squeezed the skull. No need to shoot.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So there was. He's been also wrestling he wrestled in the WWE, but there's also recently been wrestling for AAA in Mexico, a lucha libre organization. So after he retired, I believe his loss to Francis Ngannou was his last fight, and he retired, went into WWE, and about a year ago, there were some people talking about like he was suffering from CTE issues.
What's that?
Brain trauma.
Yeah.
Like that combat sports athletes are known to develop.
Do you have some?
I don't think so. I mean, I only had a few fights, so
okay.
I hope maybe a little. I don't know, but no signs. But again, people who were getting knocked out regularly, potentially more.
Oh, okay.
And concussed on a regular basis.
Okay, because it just hits you on your nuts. It's not hurt your brain.
Ha ha ha. But one of the things to think about is like. There may be other factors here. Like it's funny because like he didn't seem to be about that life, and now like he shot someone and they're charging him with attempted murder in San Jose.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Gravity suck. Americans like their cars. I think a lot of Americans do like their cars. I personally, not really a car guy. I'm very happy to not have to own a car and be able to live in the city, have my little scooter. But yeah, in general, Americans do like their cars, Greg. Yeah, and as John says, and trucks. Bigger the better. Do you guys remember when Dave Matthews Band stopped up? That was Dave Matthews. Was it? Yeah, Dave Matthews Band. Okay, it was. I was, for some reason, I was thinking Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it was Dave Matthews Band. Didn't they were on an architectural tour? Oh, on the boat. Yeah, that's when it hit. Yes, Craig, that is correct. That's what I was thinking about. And they got fined, and people sued them over that.
Hey, me coffee.
Oh, chat, you want to go get? Can pour. So yeah, the coffee's been decanting. I forgot about it. A bit late and wandering from Laxi to end up in Bangkok train. How to find information on train travel data, please. Yeah, so there's actually a Thai website for a Thai train. Jib knows a little bit more, so I'll wait till she comes back in Mizaki and from getting the coffee. If you plan on being in my vids, the yellow socks are a must. And my compression socks could. We don't have a bullet train in Thailand. I wish we did. Shouldn't say bullet train. No bullet train here. We have some newer trains from Japan, but nothing. No bullet train, no high-speed train. Not that I know of, anyway. Yeah, I'll pull up Emazaki, so I want Jib to be able to answer. Oh, babe, Emazakian had a question about like where to get info on train travel in Thailand. Thank you, babe. Like, what's the website for info on train travel? Did you just pour it all in here?
No.
Oh, okay. Freshly decanted coffee.
I'm not sure maybe that website.
Northern Thai Arabica. The beans. Very good. Oh, I thought you had a pancake. I was like, what is that?
Stroopwafel from Netherlands.
So yeah, he's asking about where to find, what's the website for train travel? Because you can book like tickets online.
Yeah, I can pay online.
We don't have a bullet train in Thailand, right?
No.
Someone was saying
We will have high speed.
Really? When?
They're building the rail now.
Yeah, but when?
When they open, I don't know, maybe
2030?
2 years.
Let's see. Alright, so Jib's going to look that up in Mizaki and we'll get back to you. Make a cut in the mask. All they want to see is the mask, not protecting it.
Huh?
No. Don't be cutting your mask. Oh yeah, trucks. Actually, if I were to own a vehicle, I would much rather have a truck. For sure. Than anything. It's just much more functional. But it is a very American thing for a pickup truck. But I'll tell you, Thais do love their pickup trucks. One of our friends has one
they have
rigged
English
up like
version.
Oh, they have an English version of the website. So, State Railway of Thailand, Amazakian.
You copy it and write it to by your
let me see if I
comment.
can. Yeah. Copy. Oh no, it's on your phone though. I can't copy and paste from your phone. It's copied, so you just paste it in the comments. So Jib's gonna paste the link there. Yeah, I love trucks, and actually we have a friend who has like a monster truck
Send
setup.
to your line.
Why don't you just paste it in the comment? You paste it in the comment. My phone's open here for something else. So, trucks. Love trucks. However, though, I saw one the other day that was way too big for our soy. I think I mentioned it last week. It was just huge. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Looks a little chilly where you're at. Little frosty with the beard.
อะไร
Look at this profile pic.
Yabui! Where are you?
That looks cold.
Is it like North Pole. Ooh. Well, how can you like take all the ice off? Like just come in the house and it start to melt and you have like a water
Yeah, like,
on your shirt. Is that thing? Or
Yes.
you use a hair dryer to like
little of both, little of both.
I don't know.
Like, a Brazilian can clean up oil.
But
Oh no, 'cause all that hair would be trapped in the wax.
hey, Joe.
Jib, your hair costs more. What they need is those short hairs as they make into the carpet shape.
What?
No, I think they can use the long hairs too, based on the video. Greg, can you post a link to that video in the chat? People can check that out. Oh, the Craig says, I want to import a tuk-tuk to the U.S., play airtime music, and act like myself. How would, so, okay, so Craig, would they be able to register that legally in the U.S.? That would be really interesting.
You can
But-
have golf cart there.
Yeah, but you can't drive them on the road legally.
You can drive in your like maybe street, like a
Yeah.
small street, like drive from home to grocery or
No, like you can't drive a golf cart on the street at all. It's illegal.
footpath.
No.
And
They're recreational vehicles, not made for road use.
I mean, like, what about just like a village?
Like a closed village that had private roads, yes.
Okay.
Like a lot of Florida communities where like retired people live allow that.
Oh, because I think I might saw from that,
Yeah.
like, okay, they drive like
Yeah.
to shopping.
And some of them have like crazy expensive golf carts that look like cars.
Oh, and why don't they buy a car?
No, because they're not allowed to drive cars in their village.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have like customized golf carts. But a tuk-tuk, well, usually golf carts are electric for those uses. Like off-road ones will be gas. But yeah, I'd really wonder about the legality of a tuk-tuk in the U.S. That'd be pretty wild. I was looking at how to drive a tuk-tuk here. You actually need a special license. So it's different than a motorcycle license, different than a car license.
Because it's 3 wheels.
Yeah, so it's like a strange three-wheeled thing. And then there's a prohibition on foreigners driving, being tuk-tuk drivers. It's one of the protected careers.
Ah.
So, which is fine, right? Like, I get that. But, like, even if you wanted to drive... So let's say I bought, like, one of the pickup truck versions of the tuk-tuk, which I would really would find cool. I would get stopped all the time and like ask like, hey, let me see your tuk-tuk license, like can you drive this? Like it would be one of those things that's probably so strange that cops would stop me just because they didn't know. But yeah, Chris and I talked about potentially doing like a motorbike trip on one of those sidecar bikes or on a tuk-tuk. Jim was like, no. But I think it would be cool.
Not safe for big road.
Not safe, but not deadly. With mushrooms, really? With mushrooms? Huh. That's interesting. Rat bikes. Joe wants a coffee also, Ben.
Come here, Joe.
When you come to Thailand, I'll make coffee for you here, Joe. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? Long time no see. How's things? Nice and cold out there in the Midwest? Kieran, my coffee, daily coffee is French press. And then I pour it through a fabric filter and it decants in my coffee decanter. And then once it's all settled, then we pour it. So it's a bit of a complicated process, but it's French press. It's a medium roast, Northern Thai Arabica, that I grind pretty medium, and then French press it. I do a 1 minute bloom, 5 minute brew, pour through the fabric filter, then let it sit in the decanter for a bit. It takes a while to filter through. And yeah, that's our daily cup of coffee. And I brew at 85 degrees C.
That I will never able to make it.
You could. It's not that hard.
No, because you stand next to me, stare at me, and like, no, this is wrong. You stir the wrong way. This is like too short. You need longer time. No, this is not right. This is how many exact time you have to do repeat of this. Like,
we have a timer on the coffee.
It's
scale.
like I would just go to closest coffee stand here and grab coffee.
Is it good coffee?
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Yes, but when I try to do it, it's like, no, this is not right. This is not right.
It's not that it's
like,
not right. It's
nah.
a methodology. I'll get behind in the comments.
This is why I quit to work in a lab. It's not like the life that I want.
Yeah, Jeep is. We don't have so there are Jeeps here, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm actually a Jeep fan as well, but you can only get. Yeah, they're like triple the price here almost, and I don't even know that they're legal. I think they're gray market.
I'm not sure.
Because none of them are. They're all set up just like the U.S. They're not converted for the drive side here. So in the U.S. it's normally right hand. In Thailand it's right hand drive. It's not here. All the Jeeps I've seen are left hand drive. However,
the new Jeep,
no, the U.S. Jeeps that we see, the big ones.
it might be old one.
No, they're importing new ones. We see them on Facebook advertised.
Wow.
Yeah, and you said that they're gray market. You had talked to, I forget who told
Oh,
you.
it was like a big new Jeep that like
Was it Ying told you?
No,
Who was your friend who told you that they're all gray market?
I don't know.
Someone said like because they're American Jeeps and they're left-hand drive,
Oh,
and they said there's no way that they're legal registered in Thailand.
maybe phone me.
Maybe
She know
phone.
many things.
Yeah, phone is good on the 411, but yeah, I love a Jeep as well. However, like you wouldn't want to drive a ragtop here. I guess you could put that one piece that covers the top, but like to drive around with a topless Jeep here, you just get burned, and then
Get burned, eh?
yeah, for sure. And then like I got burned on my neck because I didn't put my bandana on the trip. But one of the other things, Joe, to think about is that they don't really have them here. However, Isuzu makes something called the Jeepney, which is not the same as the Jeepneys from Philippines. It's like a little mini Jeep. Kind of like, what were they called back in the day? The Samurai or the Ninja in the U.S.? So something like that. But again, they're crazy expensive. They're like 2 million baht, like 60,000 U.S. So like way, in my opinion, over market value for that particular vehicle. I love it. I think it's really cool looking. I would definitely, I don't know if I fit in it, but I would definitely try to ride in it, but not at $60,000. It wouldn't make sense to own one. Actually, I don't even think it makes sense. If you live in Bangkok, it doesn't make sense to own a vehicle, in my opinion. A car or a truck, unless you need it for work. Because it's so easy to get around. You can just take Grab at a fraction of the cost. I was actually talking to my brother-in-law about this the other day at lunch, because he wants to buy one of the new EVs.
You
that
made
are
him
coming out.
have a headache.
What? So I was trying to like have a legitimate conversation with him because he wants to spend 1 million baht on a new car because he can get like 100,000 baht like tax credit. It makes no sense. None at all. The fact that he even owns a car makes no sense to me because he lives near the train.
Live near, but not next to it.
Yeah, but
He has to walk,
it's not
which
that
is
big.
for you to take a mini songtel. You complain about your back pain to get into it.
Because the mini
And
Songtel's half my size.
When we have to go to BTS,
Yeah.
sometimes I have to order a Grab car to pick you from home.
Okay, but so I go to the office the other day. I rode the bike, right? But like, so I'm just saying for him, like, it doesn't really make sense. The train is open there now. He could take Grab when he needs to go out.
And he go out every day to work.
Yeah, but he could walk to the BTS.
You complain about you walk and sweat. He wear a dress shirt every day, and he work as a manager in his program, so he must look good, not sweaty. Same thing as you complain about. You don't want to take like public transportation to somewhere that you're gonna have meeting or you have to work because you're gonna sweat.
It depends. I don't mind the sweat as long as I'll be dry by the time I get there. So I'm just saying it doesn't make sense, especially to buy 1 million baht car.
And he planned to have a second baby, which is that will be bigger family. And how can you carry 2 kids
Get cab.
at like behind bicycle
I'm just
with
saying,
the wife.
Just saying. It's a bit odd. You're talking about the chain from China to Singapore, but a problem with the rail track, not the same. Yeah, no, the rails in Thailand are different spacing than the rails in Malaysia, and the rails in Singapore are different spacing than the rails in Malaysia as well. Like the old muscle cars. I'm not a muscle car guy. Well, if you hadn't heard, tested positive. Oh, yeah. Getting the info out there. Yeah, I've seen your monster truck. You drive that on the road, John? Acknowledge no hurry wars I'll be in after a rainy or burning season. Hopefully not lost my motorcycle on the train. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I've taken my motorcycle on the train before. Not a big deal. Usually. We're gonna get your tuk-tuk from No Time to Be Sad, father-in-law, Isan, 100,000 baht. 100,000 baht for a tuk-tuk? It's a lot. I mean, so it's a lot if you're buying it as like a recreational vehicle, but I think if you're like a professional tuk-tuk driver, it's not that bad of a price probably. Because, that's your working vehicle. It's what gets you around. Yeah. You get a permit to use a golf cart and to use it locally through town. Oh, really?
Huh.
Oh. Actually, you can register golf carts in some states like Michigan. Okay. They have to have turn signals, brake lights, etc., but can be registered for road use. Electric or only the gas versions, John? So I had no idea about that. I thought they were illegal everywhere.
Michigan, is that cold?
Yeah.
So like when it snows, we cannot drive because it's too cold.
Well, they have four-wheel drive golf carts.
No, I mean like it's open air vehicle, right?
Okay. So people who live in cold states are tough. And they will drive an open-air vehicle in the winter.
Huh?
They'll just put an extra jacket on. Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
So the speed is faster than you walk, so the speed that wind hit your face is harder.
Well, they also have to be able to reach a certain speed.
Ay.
A real Ford Raptor, the Thai Raptors kill me like a Rottweiler next to a mini Sprinter. But you can't, we couldn't have the same big trucks here that they have in the U.S. It just wouldn't work for the most part. Like if everyone was driving an F-150 around, there'd be no room on the road at all. Like if everyone had Fawn's truck.
No.
My old work truck was an F450. It was a monster of a truck, but it was actually really comfortable to drive. You can't hear in Florida. I see them all the time. Really? You can drive them on the road in Florida? I thought for sure Florida
Can you
wasn't
drive
legal.
it into a shopping mall?
Into the mall? Or to the mall?
Drive and grab stuff from the shelf
I
and
don't
drive
know.
to cashier.
No, that's the three-wheel mobility scooter. Like the Walmart scooter. And then I'm pretty sure if you drive that scooter, you're required to get into a fist fight with someone else at the Walmart. I'm pretty sure that's a requirement, that if you drive the scooter, you have to fist fight. I don't think you can take that three-wheel mobility scooter and not fist fight another human being. I wanted to put one of those Japanese minivans, but they are so slow they can't be registered. Are they too slow? So here we sell a truck called the Isuzu Carry, which is like a bigger version of the Japanese little mini trucks. And a lot of people are turning the Carry into food trucks now. If you go to True Digital Park on the ground level, there's 4 of those. But I've seen some people turning them into camper vans. But I think because they build wooden shacks on the back, I think it's going to be too heavy for that truck. Because the food trucks are literally just a piece of sheet metal with a pop-up.
Yep.
And a little oven inside or something.
Like gas tank.
Yeah, that's it. Or it's like a bar. I've seen a couple.
Or they need water.
I've seen a couple. What do you call it? Couple mobile bars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like that regard, like the carry is a cool truck. It's got a very small engine. They sell the minivans here as well, like the Songtel vans. Those have a motorcycle engine, 650cc.
The one that has the door?
Yeah. Yeah, so 650cc engine in that, like a motorcycle.
Maybe it's fit the driveway here.
I'll tell you, yeah, it would definitely. I could probably fit it with the motorcycles with the workout gear. That's how small those are.
Yeah.
I don't know that
We
I
should
could
have
sit in
one.
the front of that.
You have to drive. I don't know how to drive.
No, but I don't know that I could sit in the front. Like, I don't know that would fit, because that front is smaller than the blue Songtel front.
You will fit, but maybe you cannot move.
Yeah. Sometimes I've ridden in the front of the little blue Songtels, and like that, like my knees hit the front dashboard, and there's nowhere to move the seat back. And whenever you get in, the uncle who's driving will like laugh, like, ah.
Yeah.
Are you eating stroop waffle?
ใช่ค่ะ
Is that what that is? Stroop waffle?
ใช่ค่ะ เจนกไง gave it to me from Netherlands.
Yeah, Jib
My friend visit.
Jib knows like 30 people named Noak.
Common name Nok is a bird. So it's a good name.
You can drive those on city roads if the speed limit's under 45. Oh. It's a stiff pancake or a cookie. Drew, please sponsor some strawberry crepes for Jib.
Ooh, strawberry crepe.
Where can you even get strawberry crepes in
สยาม ไง
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Siam
Siloma.
Discovery.
I think now there are many places.
That's it.
It's depend like
The big dessert shop.
Discovery.
I think
Where
it's
was-
Discovery. The Sunday shop?
I think it's Siam Center.
Siam Center, okay. But they made...
Big like a...
Chai.
I don't dare to try
No,
it.
but they also made like crazy crepes.
Yeah, but I can't. Like, I would die. It has to be like 10 girls eating it.
Oh, Deborah, sorry to hear about that autism. Hopefully not too bad on the spectrum, though. I mean, it's a wide spectrum, so hopefully all good. A lot of people very high functioning these days. They understand it quite a bit more than like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, because like some they have like a very special skill that
Yeah.
like other cannot.
Some people are super high functioning, just like
In something like
yeah.
they just like can focus on like I saw the guy. I
Yeah.
think he's a black guy who can draw with like just one black pen. Like the
Oh, yeah,
whole
he can
city is like
recreate, Jib strawberry crepe.
okay, we have to eat it
Okay.
for Joe.
Okay. We'll put it when we go. We'll post a picture up, Joe. We'll find it. I think I saw that guy. He can recreate entire landscapes.
Yeah, it's like I saw one video that like they took him in a helicopter.
Yeah, I saw the same thing.
Fly like I don't know. Is that New York?
And then he recreated to scale.
Yeah, it's like wow, how cute.
I think I saw the same guy.
Wow, yeah, I think same.
Yeah, I think Craig. I think the truck tuk would be amazing. The pickup truck tuk tuk.
Huh?
The pickup
Pickup-
truck tuk tuk.
อะไรวะ
Where you know like the one they deliver ice in.
Uh-huh.
It's like a tuk tuk, but the back is pickup truck style.
Why you want it for?
So just driving around with stuff.
Just one passenger seat. I mean,
No
Driver.
3-in-1 for coffee, Joe. No 3-in-1.
I can have it.
Thai cops hated Farangs and Tong Law last February during pandemic. I was pulled over so much I quit riding my scooter. Yeah, they pull everyone over in Tong Law. That's why I don't drive there. Like, I have Thai friends who have been pulled over there. Farang, like, a lot of people get pulled over in Tong Law. That's just the way the cops are there. Because they know they can get a bunch. If they pull over a lot of people, they'll get a lot of people on violations. It's just a numbers game for them. I really understand. I've tried siphon coffee. I have actually. So Jib's brother does. He has a siphon. It's really good, but it definitely it's a process, and like to clean everything for his siphon, like after he makes it. It's
He's
very
science student.
It's very good coffee, but like to clean everything is a
He's
bit.
science student. He can
Yeah.
pass all the glass equipment. No problem.
I would. Have you seen Mahindra Jeeps? I have not seen Mahindra Jeeps.
อะไรอ่ะ
There's a Brewick. I don't know what that is. What's a
What's
Brewick?
that?
Some type of coffee brewer? Oh, Jeep Gladiator. Nice. We have a Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Oh, it's like the
okay.
SUV, right? I have a, oh yeah, 4-wheel drive in the country thing. I'm picking up another
I
vehicle,
like
so
that
when I'm
car.
in Krung Thep,
Big.
she'll have a vehicle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drive at all here. I wouldn't want to. I like my motorcycle, but the Pajero is nice. It's very comfy, for sure. But I think like to drive in the city is a bit hard. The luxury vans are the way to go.
Yeah.
The Alfred. What do you call it? Alpat.
Apart.
The other one's called the Majestic.
Huh?
The bigger one, the bigger version of the Alfred is the Majestic.
I don't know that one.
It's like the slightly bigger version of that.
Is there anything bigger than that?
Yeah.
How can they drive here?
It's base price like 10 million baht.
Oh, get a house, not a car then.
So actually, I'll talk about this real quick because I was talking about this on Twitter. It kind of blew up the other day. I commented. There's a guy on Twitter, American Thai guy. He's an actor here, and he speaks Thai fluently, like really good.
Who?
I showed you some of his videos before. The black guy.
อ๋อพี่ขวัญน่ะเหรอ
Yeah,
So he's actor also?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I didn't watch TV, so that's
Well,
why
I
I
think
don't
he does
know.
like movie stuff and commercials.
Oh.
His
He's a black guy who have a shape head
yeah.
and speak Thai.
Check.
Oh, พี่ขวัญ okay, remember him. I watch him from YouTube, not
Yeah. We watched him
not
on
TV.
YouTube.
ใช่ใช่
I'll pull up on Twitter. I bet you if I open my Twitter, it's like the first thing.
I like him. Like he speak Thai very well.
Yeah. Where is he? So I commented him,
พี่ขวัญใช่ใช่
and so I commented on one of those things the other day about the term expat. I don't like the term expat. Joe with another durian crepe. No.
I don't know
Joe.
if we have durian crepe here. Maybe it's seasonal. I don't know.
So, but I'll talk about this real quick. So I was saying I don't like the term expat. I feel it's a very loaded term. That in America, if you've moved there or you're living there long term, we would call you an immigrant or a migrant, right? But the sort of perceived context of the word expat linguistically is that you're better than the people in other countries because you're white, and so you're not a migrant or an immigrant, you're an expat. And I don't believe everyone says it with that intent at all. Like, I don't think people necessarily mean that when they say it, but that is the context of the word. So, if I look at, like I was saying, when I look at myself, legally, I'm not an immigrant. My visa clearly says non-immigrant.
You are alien.
So I'm an alien, or I consider myself a guest in Thailand.
So if
Well-
you're alien, I'm Sigourney Weaver.
But I don't consider myself, I don't like the word expat. I don't use the word expat to describe myself for that very reason. I believe the word it's a throwback to colonialism, and it's very loaded. Now, it's funny because this somehow turned into other people on the feed then claiming the word farang is racist. Which I don't agree with that either. I think linguistically it fits in quite differently in the Thai language. But yeah, so it blew up, and like I thought like it was going to be a one-off comment I made on his thing, and I was like, oh, because people have like given me a hard time about this. Usually British people will tell me like no, expats not, like it's just what we call ourselves, and I don't think it's as big a deal for Americans. I really do think it's more of like a British thing or a European thing to use the term expat. But like it just doesn't feel right. And it's funny because a lot of people agreed with me that they see it as a loaded word as well. But then a lot of people were like really hating on this comment, like that, basically saying like I'm wrong, like they're really defending the word. But in reality, there's no legal definition of like expat, especially in Thailand. It's not a class of migrant, right? Immigrant, non-immigrant. That's our two classifications. So I happen to be a non-immigrant. So it's just easier for me to say I'm a guest here in Thailand. And like again, I feel the word expat is very loaded with these sort of ideas of colonialism and a twinge of racism in there as well. Like basically saying, I'm a white person, so I'm not a dirty immigrant like you brown savages. I'm an expat. That's how it kind of feels if you were to say it. It's like the same thing when like douchebag travel vloggers talk about the real Thailand, right? They're saying like, hey, look at this real Thailand where these poor people live, these savages. This is what I want to show you. That Bangkok is the influence of like us white folks from Europe, so it's not the real Thailand. This dirty rice farm where these people live on 5 baht a day is the real Thailand.
Do you know that the rice farm that we like get the kapao box back?
Yeah.
Like they have TV, they have car,
Yeah,
they
no,
have motorcycle,
but
they
you
have
know what
everything.
You know what I mean about like these people. They point a camera at poor Thai people, and they say this is the real Thailand. Drives me absolutely insane. And again, I believe that has hints of racism or undertones of racism and colonialism. So the same thing with the term expat. So it just kind of went off on Twitter yesterday. Luckily, not on my feed. It was on Pete Kwan's feed. So, but me and him kind of see eye to eye on that subject. But it was like all these other people who disagree. But like I said, a lot of people do agree. And what I found was like a lot of people like my age and younger are sort of in the same camp as me. Whereas a lot of people, not everyone, it's not universally split by age, because there are a lot of older people who live here for a long time who feel the same thing. They're like, no, it's a dirty word. Like we shouldn't use it because of the connotation it has. It's loaded. But and that's nice to see. And then of course there's younger people who are like, no mate, expat, So it goes both ways. The reality of the situation is, though, that it was a lot more. People had some strong feelings about this. Like, I have a strong feeling about it, specifically because it's uncomfortable of a word to use. I was talking about this the other day with Pete from Thairish Times. He was over here interviewing me for his channel.
Hope that video worked.
I don't think we talked about that on video.
No, I mean like the recording.
Oh yeah, no, it worked. And actually, Pete's coming back. If you guys don't follow Pete at Thairish Times, you definitely should. He's been doing a lot of really interesting interviews, and he's gotten really good at interviewing people. So he's interviewing people who have moved to Thailand or live in Thailand or are doing interesting things, and then me also for some reason. But he's coming back here Thursday to talk to Tony. So he'll be talking to Tony Huge on Thursday here. And so that will be interesting as well, because like you guys know, if you've seen Tony on my channel, he's very open, and Pete's a good interviewer. So I think that would be great content.
I would like to
by
listen,
itself.
like what kind of question that he's gonna ask Tony.
But yeah, so actually, I was so amazed by how loaded that term had become, and people were really defending it. When in my opinion, there's no need to. I'd love to know what you guys think. Put it in the chat. Like, let me know. Let me know what you think about that. I'd be really interested. Like, do you feel it's a term that you would use, especially for like all of you guys that are from the U.S.? Like for me, I never really even thought about that term expat before moving, and I heard other people use it. It wasn't something that was in my lexicon. So, like or my vocabulary. So I think I've always seen it as more of a European word.
I don't know. So for me, when I see that word pop, it's like, what is that expat? It's like I thought it's like I don't know. So after I read many things, it's like, oh, I guess that's mean foreigners.
Yeah.
Is that just that for me, like a short word, or how you call like foreigner who move somewhere and live somewhere, not just like visit, right? So I thought it's that kind of meaning.
Yeah. So,
But-
John, I see the comment about your son. I do want to get back to that, but I'm going to scroll down a little bit and get to the comments on this topic. But yeah, I did know that about your son. I remember you telling me. So I just want to see what you guys think about potentially this. Douchebag travel vloggers. You guys don't fall into that category, landmark. Actually, I was talking about your guys' video earlier on the Mekong. I really dug that. But about how Nan was talking to the fishermen, they're not letting people cross the river. Yeah, so I would be a fat pat. Yeah, I would be a fat pat as well. But yeah, it's linguistically. Actually, landmark. I'd be interested to know what you guys think about the term expat as well. You know, where do you guys fall on that? I look like a sea cow in a wetsuit.
Huh?
Yeah, I have that sea cow body going on.
What?
Sea cow, like a manatee,
Uh-huh.
or like sea cow. Yeah, here we go. I totally agree. Process of decolonization is really hard. I'm 64, but I came. Yeah, so Hawaii has a very unique perspective on this, for sure, right? You guys are still dealing with a lot of those same issues. Douchebags be like, it's so hot. Yeah. It's hot in this tropical country. I'm going to complain. I've never heard of expat ever. Yeah, so see, Deborah, the same thing. I think it's an American thing. You did a video with my dad, Bill, from Unseen Thailand. Oh, hey, the Wizard of Olin Celestial. Hey, Bill's a friend of mine up in Chiang Mai. Unseen Thailand, Chiang Mai. That's Bill.
Okay. So the pizza video, is that?
Yeah, we went to Bing's together. Yeah, Bill's an awesome guy. So he's born in Massachusetts.
Okay.
But lived in Tennessee, I think, his whole life.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill's awesome. Hey, so the Wizard Owlin Celestial. Hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, Bill's great. You need to hook me up with I'll definitely introduce you to Tony when you're here. For sure. But why, Bill? Why? I'm not sure there are many different models. I just don't want to talk about the things. The crazy is colonization. Don't Captain Cook get himself eaten by the locals? Nice. Yeah, those are those minivans. Yeah. Oh, nice. Sorry, crop, both of you. Hey, Apavera, how's things, man? So here's Greg. For the first year here, I thought expat meant specifically an American that moved abroad. Now I feel like the world is equal to like immigrant, but they can both seem loaded. So I think when we use immigrant, traveler sounds broke, expat sounds rich. So I think when we use immigrant in the U.S., Greg, it's a very loaded term. Like a lot of times, like aside from the technical definition of an immigrant, I think in America, when we say it about people who migrate to the U.S., it is often seen with a negative connotation. And I believe that the word expat is what people use when they're talking about white people who come to countries of lesser economic standing as a way to put themselves in a superior situation. So I'm traveler. Does it sound broke? Yeah. Does it? At the same time, it's like I said, I think of it as guest. My legal status is non-immigrant, right? So I'm not an immigrant. I would like to be. I'm working towards that. But at the same time, like that is my legal status. I'm a non-immigrant here. Same with you. Same with almost all of us. So, that's kind of the way I look at it from that perspective. And again, I think the way some people use it, and I don't believe people use necessarily I don't believe most people intend to use it in a way that's derogatory to their host country. But I believe no matter how you use it, it can be seen as that because it is so loaded. Expat, I'm with you. Just call me Joe, not from here. Yeah, exactly. Kind of, we did kill him, but did not eat him. Remember, he's still credited with discovering the islands your ancestors are from, right? I was dating a Sudanese model last year. We heard Nika a lot. Really? Come on, guys. Why not?
สีดำ
See, no. Oh,
So- so,
I see what you're trying to write there. Oh,
Oh.
that's not nice. Chris, how are you, man? You're in the Philippines, right? Enjoying the islands. What were those chilies you liked there? The certain type of chili you said you liked in the Philippines. Smuggle me back some seeds when you come here. I heard it was interspecial protein relocation. Interspatial protein. It's an interesting term. Eric, welcome. Thank you for the comment. Interesting term, expatriate. Does it mean that you're no longer a loyal citizen of your own country? I think it's an outdated term. People move to other lands. Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's very outdated. Again, I feel a bit loaded. Like I said, from a legal status, I'm a non-immigrant. So I'm a non-immigrant here. I'm not a immigrant or a permanent resident. Again, I think me, like a lot of people, working to change that. Over time, we'll see what happens. But, yeah. All right, Chris, sounds a little dirty. Toby, I worked in Angola for 9 years. They always called me an expat. Interesting. So when you were there, they referred to you as such. Yeah, but you had Chris about killed that alien with... Hey, stop leaking the Tigers' top secret information. Gringo and Farang are much worse, in my humble opinion. By Indonesia, it's Balu, and Yuma in Cuba. I guess depends on the intent. Yeah, Gringo and Farang are much worse. So I don't really see Farang as a bad word. I know some people do consider it as such, but I think also intent matters. But it's just a common word, right? So it's just word for foreigner, or more specifically, white foreigner. But I guess someone could very much use it in a negative way, like, oh, that white foreigner, like that farang. Like you could very much use it like that. But it's also a very descriptive word. Like if I was hanging out with a bunch of people and you're like, oh, go talk to Dana. He's the tall farang, the big farang, the bald farang.
The fat farang.
The fat farang, the majestically bearded farang, right? Like you could definitely use it as a normal descriptive word. I'm not gonna pretend like my understanding of, excuse me, I'm not gonna pretend like my understanding of the nuance of the Thai language is enough to make a determination. So I'll just go off what Jibs says.
So, for the word foreigner here, ชาวต่างชาติ or you can call ฝรั่ง short. Like then not Asian look. That's it. Like think about like you're going to serve like food. It's like you go to the table with ชาวต่างชาติ or just like okay ฝรั่ง at that table. That's it. But of course, like that, there are other words to insult foreigner that behave bad. I mean, behave bad. Understand? There's other word. That's it. Like, I believe in English, there will be other words to call Asian also.
Well, and we definitely have some derogatory terms for Asians, but for the most part, just Asian. Like, Asian is our general catch-all for everyone from Japan to like India would be Asians.
Japan to India and where is Southeast Asia?
In the middle. All like Japan to India, everything in between, Asian. Like the whole Asian subcontinent. Farang Kinok. I don't have enough tank tops or elephant pants to be a Farang Kinok, Toby.
No, he is ฝรั่ง ขี้ช้าง because he's so big.
Yeah, Jib often refers to me as Farang Ki Chong.
ใช่ by the size qualify to be ฝรั่งขี้ช้าง
So yeah, Greg, good point. In Arizona, I would say immigrant is often used with a negative undertone, but in New England, is immigrant used as a sign of strength? Ex first generation immigrant in this country? Yeah, so it can be for sure. It can be used by someone who's like, oh, I'm like a third generation immigrant family, but normally you hear that used from like Irish or Italian immigrants, like other white immigrants whose family came here, you know, generations ago type of thing. You don't generally hear like Central and South American immigrants using it in a positive tone or being referred to in that tone. In my experience. What's the name of the luxury van? Oh yeah, thanks, Khon. Yeah, Alfred is one. I think the other one's the Majestic.
ไม่รู้จัก
Majestic or Majesty is the other one, but yeah, but the Alfred is the or Alpat is what
Alpat
Jim said.
จ้ะ
But yeah, I call it the Alfred. Yeah, the limo vans. Yeah, they're so nice, so nice. I get this a lot here when they wave at me.
ฮะ
The finger. They're just saying you're number one. Number one, Joe. I'm not white and often mistaken for part Thai, so they don't refer to me as Farang. Yeah, I can see that. Dana, the magnetically bearded Farang, I'd like to buy the rights to that. It would make a great comic book. Do they call the Indians Khon Kek in Thailand? Seems derogatory. My ex and her family called more. Yeah, that's a term for South Asian. That does feel a bit derogatory as well. The cat.
แขก
Yeah. That.
so actually the word แขก is a guess. It also can be guess.
But so I have a friend from Pakistan who he's American Pakistani, born in Pakistan, grew up in America, lived here. He told me he doesn't see that term as offensive, but I know other Thai Indians who do.
I think it
So-
depends how you make it sound or how you feel like.
Yeah.
So again, like if your group of international people stand together, how can you explain like to go get to that person like you don't know? You just look at like from outside.
Yeah.
Can be like American but Indian American, like from India move there, be American. How could we know? Oh, go to that American? No, you don't know the nationality, but you can see by outside how they look. So I can look like Malaysian, look like Indonesian.
Jib often gets confused as a local when we travel in Asia.
Yeah, even like I think Haley said I can be like Korean.
yeah.
It's like can be any, right? So can call okay, go to that Asian girl.
Yeah.
You don't know I'm Thai. Like go to that Asian girl. So we can go to white guy. But
Yeah.
here we call Farang. And for the South Asian we get cat.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, he's from Pakistan, India or Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they look similar.
So
This is how like so from what my understanding is like okay, how to call them quick, like okay, go to that person. It's like don't know their name, nationality or country, but just like okay, how they look. It's like okay, that's how we describe.
yeah, and I think that again, like I have a friend, Pakistani American, who told me he doesn't see it as an offensive term, but I have my friend Prem, who's Thai Indian, has told me that he finds it offensive.
The thing is, he's Thai, but
Yeah.
he is like look Indian. So
Yeah.
how can like people know that like okay,
Again, it's just his perception of it, and it's Bashir had a different perception of it, right? Being an American, so I think people perceive it differently. I don't perceive Farang as offensive
well, I
at
think
all.
it depends on individual, I guess,
Yeah.
how they feel about words.
Yes.
Like for me, like those words cannot hurt me no matter like you're gonna call bad word for Asian, because maybe my English understanding is not that well. So like if like some people throw like a bad English word to me about being Asian, it's like, yeah, I don't understand it, so I don't care.
I think the other thing to keep in mind, at least from my perspective as a white American dude, is the word farang, even if it's used with like prejudice or racist intention, doesn't really hurt me, right? Because it's not like there's systemic racism against me in Thailand. Like, there's no system of oppression for me. In fact, as an American, there's a system of advantage. I can own a company here where other foreigners cannot, right? There's all these other benefits that are afforded me as an American. So there's quite a bit in that regard. Oh, Chris, thank you so much for the super chat, brother.
Oh, thank
A
you.
little cup of coffee. Will that pop up on the... No.
Ooh.
Oh, this is cool. It shows your face next to your face, though. But yeah, I was just saying that for me, like I don't see it as problematic simply because systematically it's not an issue for me. Like I'm in a position of privilege even though this is not my country. And so if someone does have an issue for whatever reason, it's generally isolated and I'm not feeling oppressed on a larger level. Whereas perhaps South Asians don't feel the same way as I do. Now, again, because they do not have the same system and benefits in modern day as a Westerner, as an American. Again, personal opinion, my own perspective. I'll leave it at that for that particular topic. But again, I feel like, from regards of that term, I don't like the expat term. I don't mind farang, and I don't feel discriminated against here. Here's these guys. I never use the term expat. I don't really know what it means. Yeah, I've always felt like family or farang in Thailand. That's usually like I said earlier, man. I say guest. I'm a guest here. Hopefully someday more, but yeah, I don't really like the word. Again, I feel it's a bit loaded, but yeah, I think we see eye to eye on that. I kind of get the same vibe from you guys, for sure. 12 white, really? Walked through my yard, too big, really? 12 of them? Wow. That's a lot. That's some Midwest shit. I remember when I lived in Ohio, I'd see that a lot. Yeah, for sure. Right, I remember there's a few places when I lived in Boston that actually would display those old no Irish signs. The term farang and the discussion around it is very similar to the discussion with the term ero in Hawaii. In Hawaii, the locals do not look at it negatively. Yeah, I think it's part of the lexicon here. I call my nephew Owen dumb. He is Thai. He just laughs.
One อะไรอ่ะ
Oh, couple crap. I know what this is. I feel the same about vloggers taking videos of porn, saying this is the real Thailand. Yeah, I know. See, I know. You guys vibe with me. I like your perspective. I also like that you guys are exploring, not just like, hey, go to this great temple on this travel guide. You guys are like finding like random stuff on the Mekong. I love that about your channel. Yeah. And then they're trying to make money from the porn. They're saying like, this is the Thailand. Yeah. This is the real Thailand. That's why I love your guys' channel. Like, you've got a unique perspective, and two, you just do cool shit. I appreciate that. Chris, 100% right, my friend. Coffee covers all languages. Coffee is coffee. Oh, Eric, thank you so much, man. Thanks, guys. It's a breath of fresh air to hear you two talk about Thailand. Eric, I'm looking forward to you enjoying Thailand when you get here, man. It's a beautiful country, great place to be. If you can add certain words after them, it could turn into a negative term for a person they are addressing. Yeah, I agree, man. It's like, you could use farang in a negative way, for sure. Have people ever used it in a negative way with me? I'm sure they have. I just haven't noticed. And the vast majority, like 99% of people who have talked to me and used the word farang have clearly been positive or at least neutral, just using it as a descriptor, for sure.
So like if we sit at a restaurant,
Yeah.
for the local restaurant, of course, like
Yeah.
they don't speak English. So like when the food finished, they was gonna say to the waitress like, "Oh, serve at that Farang table."
Yeah, for
because
sure.
as I'm Thai, I'm Asian, look like everyone else around here. So him will be like outstanding person in that restaurant, local restaurant. It's like, okay, serve at that front table. It's just that, like, go to that table.
For sure. Is it true that the vaccine given can alter our nucleus? No, it's not. mRNA is a delivery mechanism for the drug. It's very fragile. It gets destroyed. It's just carrying instructions for your body. It's not altering your DNA, travel freely. There's actually a lot of research on the mRNA mechanism for medicine delivery. Just not. Yeah, it's very new as a vaccine, but the mechanism's the same. It's very, very well studied. Eric, man, thank you again for the super chat, dude. I want to say that, and again, I hope when you come here, you have a great time because Thailand's an amazing country. I don't know, but I would assume vloggers are doing the same thing all over. Go to Compton. Welcome to. I heard Compton's like completely gentrified now, Greg. One of my friends actually lives there. He bought a house. He said it's like beautiful. Will Dana help curate a list of folklore where you find ghost stories from Suvarnabhumi Airport? I just come across.
What?
I'm not really into the ghost story stuff. I'll tell you, Bangkok Pat on his channel, he likes to dive into those ghost stories.
Oh.
That's not really my thing, but I do find them interesting and fun.
It's entertaining to listen, but like...
Jibs view on racism, 100% appreciated.
Huh?
I'm just saying, appreciate your views on the racism.
What is that?
Like your view on like Farang,
What did I say?
like just your point of view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so back to Amazakian. The ghost stories are fun. They're fun to listen to.
Yeah, fun to listen.
Yeah.
Like, like here, like when we go out for the camp, like our girls' school, like in the night, when teacher said, okay, no, because teacher said, okay, bedtime, light off, and then we just like groupings, like talk about like good story, whatever. It's so fun.
Yeah.
That's it. As you cannot prove yet, then it's just fun story.
Okay, so I just found out like a year ago about that Compton's all nice now. But yeah, it's definitely. I may be wrong, but that's what my friend told me. He might be lying to me, and his house is in a crack house neighborhood, but from what he told me, it's a nice hood.
What is Compton? Where is that?
Right?
Huh?
Compton's like a really bad neighborhood. It used to be a bad neighborhood in the 90s in LA.
Oh, law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure a bulk of people are saying, damn, that's a big farang in a nice way. Yeah, probably. Like, god damn, that farang is huge.
Yeah, because like if we go to the local shop, sometimes like they talk to me. Of course, not sometimes. Every time they talk to me, not him. But they're like, ฝรั่งตัวใหญ่ What's it the way that he's big? Not in a bad way, but of course people here gonna call foreigner ฝรั่ง So it's just a word that we use.
Hey, Mean Joe Green, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
And most famous musical artist I've seen in Thailand would be Body Slam, for sure.
อ๋อพี่ตูนใช่ไหม
Yeah,
Body
Body
Slam
More
ใช่
famous than Big Ass, right?
ใช่ใช่
Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen Body Slam twice in Thailand. Great music. Yeah, Compton, NWA. Straight out of Compton. Yeah, so I've seen Body Slam twice. Titanium. Big Ass. Yeah, I've never seen any American musical groups here.
expensive ticket อ่ะ
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like Metallica was here. It was like 10,000 baht for a ticket. And like, I like Metallica fine, but not $300, 10,000 baht fine. Like I saw Body Slam for free. So like, yeah, like, I would like there are Thai musical groups I would pay to go see. I would definitely pay to go see like Fuckling Hero, for sure. I would go. Jib wouldn't let me go, but I would definitely go to a Carabao show, just for the experience of it. But Jib's pretty sure I would get stabbed. Bangkok, but yeah, I listened to it last night. Most recent guest on the Bangkok podcast. Yeah, really interesting dude. Really interesting dude. And I like his videos a lot. Like, I don't like that, like, sometimes they're on the Tiger and they do a little edit, like a little sneaky edit on his videos and give it a different tone. But his videos in general are very interesting. And I don't even know where he's doing this research on his videos because he's getting incredible old photos, incredible old video, and he's finding details that are just amazing. So, hands down, like, one of my favorite content creators in Thailand is Bangkok Pat. Very interesting. My wife's very spooked, no pun intended, by ghosts, but always watches Thai ghost or zombie movies.
Yes, it's like Thai ghost movie. It's good.
I'll tell you what, Thai ghost movies are phenomenal. Some of the best. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I've got to run. I've got an 11 o'clock stand up with my team. No matter what you're saying, giving you a stank eye, you're doing it right. Yeah, if you get the stank eye somewhere, you messed up. We have to drive now. Have a good day, guys. Guys, check out their Mekong video. They found a really cool beach on the Mekong River, like a sandy beach.
Because it's drought or what?
No, it's like the river's full.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
All right, guys. Again, I have to run. I apologize. I do have a stand up at 11. I have to prep for. So thank you again for rocking with us today. Love having you guys here for the live stream midweek, hanging out, talking. Thank you for all the super chats, for all the buy me a coffees. You guys all rock. That is greatly appreciated by us. And until next time, keep taking action. Make your ideas reality.